one before we leave here today, so I'm not afraid to do that.
And Guy's picky. He'll leave me snacks. He knows when he likes something, he shares it with people. So.
Yeah, I know. Well, you all know I just kind of do what I want. All right. Hey, everybody, guess what? We have our favorite chef on the planet, Mr. Curtis Stone, is coming in just a bit, our Michelin guy. But before we get to our today's special, I wanted to highlight a couple items that I have in the show. I own this. It's called the Chop Chop. I owned a version of this many, many years ago when I was doing infomercials. I actually did something that was a kind of a chopper that went like that, very sort of a similar technology. This is better because, first of all, the capacity is 48 inches. All you do is take a fruit or vegetable, whatever you want. You grab one of the inserts, you put it in, you put it inside, you push. And you get the perfectly chopped, diced, sliced, whatever it is, amount of veggies inside. It even comes with inserts so you can grate. You can do all kinds of things. It's easy to claim. $44.95. Does that say free shipping and handling? I believe it does. So the reason we call it Chop Chop, there it is. Chop Chop. And we have it in colors. That's fantastic. Also, leave it to Curtis, you know, because Curtis is he's our chef. We love this guy. He's a good guy, knows what he's doing, but he also has family. And he's probably baked cookies many, many times. And he was probably like, you know, you bake cookies on an old school sheet, you got to kind of try to scrape them off. Well, this is a 2-pack called the Slide Out Pan. And what you do, I don't know if you can see here, bake your cookies on it. It's got the DuraPan nonstick, which is amazing, 2 helper handles. Then you just slide them right off onto your plate. It makes life so easy because you want them to cool. You don't want to wait. You don't want to try to pull them up when they're hot because with this nonstick, they'll slide right off. We're doing a 2-pack of that. We have it in colors available. That is coming up a little bit later. You're going to get to meet our good buddy in just 1 second. But before we do that, we have our best value of the day. Beefy, tender, juicy, Wagyu style, amazing burgers. That's our best value of the day. You're going to love them. Here we go. All right, everybody, so take a look, feast your eyes. I call it the perfect burger. I'm on auto ship with these, and let me tell you, I can get any burger, meat that I want. If I want to pay, you know, $200-300 a month, I can go and get the Wagyu beef. I can try to do that, but why do it when Curtis has done all the work for you? These are 5 ounce of the juiciest, most tender. I mean, look at that shot. It's ridiculous. When you eat them, I will just tell you, listen, I have no problem with fast food places. It's midnight, I get home late, and nothing's open. I don't feel like cooking. That's no big deal. But you ever notice how thin those burgers are? And they dress them up with 5 or 6 toppings because the burger is not the flavor. It's the whole thing with all the toppings and everything. With this one, it's the flavor of the beef. Juicy, tender. I call it beefy. There's something about a beefy flavor, and I will show you. I've got one live here, all right? And then I'm going to break down what you can get, and then I'll get Curtis out here. So thank you, JB, for bringing this out. We just got these off the grill, and I'm going to turn them towards you so you know that that wasn't just a staged demo. And I'm going to show you juice. I know. Did you just sit down? You probably needed to sit down. All right, look at that. Here's the other side of the burger. We'll slide over, and look at this. See, now, what I was talking about with fast food is they make those burgers about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch thick, and they cook them to death. And I get it. They have to. You know, you can't get rare burgers in a fast food chain or medium rare, but what happens is you cook the life out of them, and that's why they put all those different sides and toppings and sauces and blah, 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 to all beef, whatever. You know, that's what they do. You don't have to do that with this because you are getting pure beefy flavor. Now, we are doing this one time, all right? This is our best value that we've ever done on these. You have 2 options. You can get a dozen of these burgers and they come frozen, individually packed, or you can get 2 dozen. Here's what I'm telling you. Get the 2 dozen because it is the beginning of summer. We're almost here, right? These are gonna be your go-to beef burgers, and these are unlike anything you have ever tasted. So 12 for $79.95, or look at the deal. If you double up, you save a fortune. And finally, we are doing free shipping and handling. Let me introduce you to my very good friend. I love this guy, you know, because I love Curtis because he tells it like it is. He lives it. He's got family. He's got to feed them. You don't always have time. These are quick and easy. Cook them even when frozen. Curtis Stone, my man, good to see you, buddy.
And mate, look how ready for the grill I am. By the way, for all my dads out there, happy Father's Day in a couple of weeks. I have got a brand new grill set for you, and yes, it comes in an apron right? So you can see I've got a lifter, I've got my fork, I've got my tongs at the ready, and then I've also got a silicone basting brush. So it's a 4-piece utensil set that does fit perfectly into your apron, which also doubles up as a little carrier. So this is actually the carrier, and then when you open it up, you can see I'm wearing it. Okay, I just wanted to show you that because there's only 1,000 of them, and I know they're gonna sell out, so I just wanted to give everyone a quick heads up. But mate, these burgers are the greatest burgers you're ever gonna eat. I know that that's a big statement, but it's just the truth. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is Wagyu beef, right? Now, what is Wagyu? It's the breed of cattle, right? So just like Angus is a breed of cattle, Wagyu is also a breed of cattle. Let me cut into one of these burgers for you and show you how juicy, succulent, and delicious these are. I mean, the flavour, mate, is so unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
Seriously, you bite into it and you're just like, what have I been eating that they've been calling burgers all my whole life? Because this is what a burger should taste like.
Oh, my God.
It's so succulent and juicy.
And you know, you're paying $5 or $6 for a burger. If you were gonna get a Wagyu burger in a restaurant, and I know because I've ordered them, there's a steakhouse downtown that does one, it's $26.95 for one burger. But I will tell you this, it is worth $26.95. This is what you're getting, but you're getting it for a fraction of the price. We have auto ship available. You can break this up into FlexPay to get it home. But you know what I love about it, Curtis, is the fact that a couple things, many things, but I love the fact that in a pinch, I can take it right out of the freezer and I can grill it. I can bring it to my outdoor grill. I actually like my burgers seared. I don't like too much of a charcoal, because I want to taste the juice of the burger. And with these burgers, they are loaded with juice, but you can put them in the air fryer. You can do whatever you want, because remember, you're starting with a product that has the flavor built in. When I see a burger like this, the word beefy comes to my mind, Curtis. They're beefy burgers, right?
Oh man, the flavour of this burger is so good. Can I explain to you how easy these are to cook?
Yeah.
Here's what you do. These are frozen, right? Still frozen. Take them out of the packaging, drop them onto your grill pan. This is my square griddle pan. We have grill pans available as well, or cook it outside on the grill. I use this grill press. Now the reason I do that, it's made of cast iron, so it just gives you a little bit of a better connection on the grill. Here's how they come to you though, Guy. They're frozen on dry ice, right? So individually packaged, right? So they're all perfectly packaged like this. So when you want one, take out one. You know, sometimes they sell burgers in a pack and then they all sort of melt into each other, or freeze into each other, I should say. That'll never happen because we individually package them. So you want one, take out one. You want 6, take out 6. Guys, do yourself a favor. They're less than $5 a piece if you buy the 24. Get the 24 and get them on auto ship, because the value is nuts. Now, here's something else that you're going to do. Yes, you'll be cooking burgers and grilling them like this. You can also use this ground beef, because that's exactly what it is. It's just pure Wagyu beef. So look at what I'm doing. These ones I've defrosted because I'm going to actually chop them up. Again, toss them into a hot pan. By the way, that is my defrost cutting board. It's a double-sider. It defrosts in half the time. So you see I throw my burgers in here, and guess what I can do? I can chop them up. I can make tacos. I can make bolognese sauce. I could make a delicious chili. So when you've got these burgers in the freezer, you have got so many wonderful options. That is what we love about it. That is why so many people have already picked this up this morning. I can't believe where we are in terms of our sales, Guy. I'm looking through. There's only 1,000 people that can get this in auto ship, right?
Yeah, yep.
We've got a future delivery, so if you want to get these in time for the Memorial Day weekend. But listen, we've got Father's Day. We've got 4th of July. We've got Memorial Day all coming up. You're going to have these burgers in the freezer. I really encourage everyone to pick one of these up as well. It's such a great little tool, because as soon as you're outside on the grill and you're cooking your burgers, this is what you're going to do. You pop the lid, you put into your insulated container. You can see I've got my burgers in here that the boys already cooked for me a little bit earlier. And you can see it's nice and steamy and hot. Let me show it to you. This came off the grill outside about 10 minutes ago. And have a look at how hot and steamy they still are. I'm going to cut into them. By the way, Guy, these burgers, these Wagyu burgers, they're wonderful medium rare. They're wonderful medium. They're wonderful, well done.
Here we
However
go.
you like to cook them, and I'll cook some well done in a little bit, I just wanted to show you
I can't
that
look
no
at that.
matter how you like the doneness, the juiciness and the succulence is going to be there for you every single time.
I'm gonna coin a phrase. It's a waterfall of
I literally
flavor.
was gonna say
Were you gonna
waterfall.
say it?
I was.
Curtis, look who came out because she saw the burgers. She saw the juicy BB burgers, and she
Oh,
came
yeah.
out. Look at Valerie's here with us.
Chef, it's
I
so
know
good to see
you,
Listen,
Valerie. You love it.
Only the best specialty, premium,
Yeah.
like really the creme de la creme when it comes to burgers, when it comes to beef. And for me, I was thinking about how many times I just want, you want high quality food, but you
Right.
just need it quick. You
Yeah.
need it fast. You want it at home, and I don't want to sacrifice the taste or
That's right.
sacrifice, you know, what I'm putting in my body. So I love, love, love that we're doing this as a Today Special.
And I'll tell you, if you give somebody one of these burgers, don't tell them. Just give them one of these burgers, and even say to them, "Listen, don't put a bunch of garbage on it.
No.
Just try it." They will look at you and be like, "This is the best burger I've ever had." And listen, I can order any types of burgers. I can go online. I can do that stuff. I've been on auto ship for a while with these, and I always have them in the freezer. My little, sawed-off punk son, Danny, comes over, and he'll steal, "Hey, Dad, can I grab 4 of those?" I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead, take them." Oh, yeah,
I
because
hope you charge him.
he eats 2 burgers.
Tell him
He's like,
20 bucks a burger.
I should, the little punk. But I love him, and that's really the thing. There's a lot of love that goes into all of Curtis's products, not only his food, but all of his appliances and all of his cookware. You can tell. And as a guy I worked in the restaurant business for many, many, many years, there's a big difference between this Curtis quality and the stuff that you see online. And when it comes to the burgers, you can do no better. I encourage you to try it. Listen,
They smell so
$79.95 gets you a dozen. Double up and save a fortune and get the 24, because you will have these on a weekly basis if you're having people over. To Curtis's point, if you're celebrating Father's Day and you got 10 or 12 people coming by to wish Dad, happy Father's Day, you've got the go-to. And you don't have to worry about thawing them. You don't have to defrost them. So by the way, if you are ordering them today, you have your choice of 12 or 24. All you got to do is say, "Okay, I want one shipment to try it," or "I want to get on auto ship," which is smart because that'll sell out first. And then you can choose your date. You can get them right now, or you can get them in June 16th, which will give you time for Father's Day.
Here's what I would do. I mean, if you really want, if it were me, I'd do the immediate because they're frozen. So, you can
I
eat
don't need
some,
an
save them.
occasion
Right. I
to
don't need an
eat these.
occasion to eat
No.
good beef. And you get it on auto ship. What I love is you can customize how often you get that future delivery, but we can't raise the price, which is incredible. You can speed that up. You can slow it down. Or you can stop it at any time. So I love that they're individually flash frozen. Okay, I came over to eat. So, Chef, Guy and I are going to start digging in. Is that cool with you?
Please do. Now,
Okay.
I want to show you, I just threw these burgers on about 3 or 4 minutes ago. I did put my grill press on them. So if you have one of those, or if you want one, we have it for you. Here's what you do. You lift that off, right? Let me show you. See how these burgers aren't shrinking? Sometimes you'll cook a burger and it ends up half the size.
Yep.
By the way, look at that color. You can see that gorgeous golden color that you're getting. These won't end up half the size because of how we've made them. Now, if you want to load them up with cheese, go right ahead. By the way, I've got a little cloche here that I'm going to show you. I've actually got 2 different cloches. There's the square one. So if you are cooking outside on the grill, or like me in this little grill pan, you can use that big square one. We also have these as a set of 2, these cute little cloches with that glass lid. So there's the set of 2 if you want to pick those up. The option is yours. Cook them as burgers, and the reason for that cloche, of course, is to help melt the cheese. You're creating like a little oven. Or chop your burger meat up. This is beautiful Wagyu burger, right? Wagyu, of course, is the breed that is coming from Australia. It is, of course, a Japanese origin. But these Wagyu beef, these Wagyu cattle have come from Australia, so beautiful, gorgeous environment that they've lived in. Have a look at this incredible beef bowl that I've done. So this is a Wagyu beef bowl, rice, veggies. I tell you what, whenever I'm having a burger, this is kind of what Lindsay does. She always she'll either have the burger, she calls it garden style, because instead of the bun, she puts it in the lettuce. She's a little bit healthier than I am. Or you can chop it up and you can just serve it like that. And I tell you what, you still get that incredible Wagyu flavour, and people absolutely love it. Now, I told you the burgers only take 6 to 7 minutes, right? Depends on how you want them cooked. Of course, you can cook them well done. They'll still be delicious and juicy.
Oh.
Look at these incredible, you can see that cloche has helped. I'm going to use my brand new utensil set. Come on over here, get that Look at that beautiful big lifter. By the way, if you want, you could probably pick up a couple of these burgers at once with this big generous lifter. So let me just go ahead, lift those two up like that, and bring that on over. So you can see the quality of those burgers are unbelievable.
They're unmatched.
It is Wagyu for less than $5 a piece. I can't believe that's coming out of my mouth.
Wait, Chef, did you say it comes out to be $5 a burger?
Less than $5 per burger if you get into 24.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, I mean, we have Wagyu steaks at Gwen. We have one Wagyu steak at Gwen, feeds 2 people, $360 for one steak. Okay, now I'm just saying that. I'm not trying to show off. It is the greatest beef on the planet. Everybody knows that, right? We understand this is the most desired breed. It's why the price is what it is. And of course, Valerie, the best thing is you can cook these at home. Look at what I've done. I've gone ahead and done burgers. I've popped it into my insulated storage container.
That thing's
so you
cool.
can see
Yeah, I like that.
how wonderful and steamy and delicious that is. I cooked these ones well done because I wanted you to see, even if you cook them well done, they're still juicy. Check it out. I know a lot of people don't like their burgers too pink, and I get it. That's totally up to you. Look at this. Well done burgers.
Yeah.
They should be dry, right? They should be dry, but let me just show you something.
Wow.
Have a look at how juicy.
That's the quality of the meat right there.
That's a well-done burger.
Look at it. And you'll never see that. It normally looks like shoe leather. Look at the juice that's running out of those burgers. And again, those are cooked well, which I do not encourage anybody to do, but it is your world. You can cook them any way you like. I like my burgers pink, medium rare. I'm sure Curtis probably does as well. But guys, you're getting a feast, and you're getting it. Think about sourcing it. You know, I read somewhere, and don't quote me on this, Curtis, you may know this better than me, that there are like 30 or 35 million regular cattle in the world, and there's only like 5,000 Wagyu cattle in the world. So it is it's a very, very primely, beautifully marbled meat that not everybody can get. And you know, it's funny, you just talked about the steak at your restaurant. I went to a steakhouse a month ago, and I got a prime Wagyu 6-ounce filet, and it was $78 for one little steak. You're getting that flavor. And by the way, these burgers will be way juicier than that filet because of the way they're marbled. You know, a filet has very little fat in it.
I'm asking for napkins. I literally took a bite.
You already started eating?
I couldn't help myself. And I had juice, like literally running down my chin.
Look at this burger. Can you?
So it's so delicious.
It's well done.
Look at this.
Yeah, and these are pretty well done.
Look at this. There's my burger.
wow.
Look at that. And all I did was a little bit of pickles and not much sauce. You don't need a lot of sauce on here. I'm going to go with this one right here. All right.
I like how thick they are.
You ready?
They're not like super thin, but I was hearing Suzanne, she's talking about smash burgers. And Chef, you can just take these and smash them and make smash burgers. It's good, right?
Absolutely.
That's like a
You
religious
can turn them
experience.
in fact, we use that smash burger technology.
Yeah.
We actually do press them in that way. So that's exactly the type of burger you're getting. If you want them even thinner, press them even further.
Chef,
you're just going to defrost it first.
I can't call this work today. Like, this is like literally, like, this is a treat.
Tell me about it. This is living. This is living.
She's not joking.
I'm not joking.
I saw her yesterday, and she said, and she didn't look at the show. She goes, what's on the show? And I said, well, we have this. I said, then we have an hour at Curtis. And she goes, and she honestly, she goes, oh my God, that's like a day off.
I know. I was like, I can't wait to just eat. I know it's going to be so incredible. And the thing is this doesn't have to be a special occasion. This could be Friday night. This could be movie night. This could be a Thursday afternoon. You know, kids are going to be out of school. You're going to have to cook the meals, whether it's burger bowls, whether it's going to be tacos, or it could be your breakfast sandwiches. This is the very best of the best, and you deserve that. And right now, it's really, really, really hard to find anything economical. I mean, everything, the prices are going up. This is going to be the lowest price we're going to do all year long on the most premium, the most superior, the most sought after, you know, beef. I mean, Wagyu beef, Australian Wagyu beef. The Kobe style is incredible. So choosing the 12 count or the 24 count, 24 count is going to definitely be your best bet. Comes out to be less than $5 a burger. This is not a drive-through fast food chain restaurant. This is Chef Curtis Stone, award-winning, you know, Michelin star, restaurateur. And if this is what you feed your family, Chef, then I know it's good enough for my family.
Look at how good that looks.
I know, it's so
and there's
good.
No, you know what I love too? There's none of those little hard bits in there. You know when you buy cheap meat and you get like a hard piece?
Oh, yeah.
That's just
We call
butchering.
that the
Ruins the
mystery meat.
experience.
Yes.
Oh.
The mystery meat, you don't know what's in there. Well, here, this is 100% Wagyu. A lot of people will sell you Wagyu because they put 10% of Wagyu in there. No, we're using 100% Wagyu. This one's cooked medium. That's what I'd suggest. You can cook it medium rare, or you can cook it all the way and do the well done. You saw us do the well done earlier. So simple and easy to cook. Now, I'm showing you the burgers and I'm showing you the inside of them. What I'm going to do over here, come over here and have a look in my pot, Dave, because I've got my big old pot and I'll angle it up for you. Oh, pardon me, you can tell that I'm snacking away over here.
Yeah.
Look at what I've got. I've got my burgers cooking. This is in my all-day pot, right? So, yes, you can leave them as burgers. You can go ahead and turn them, and then you can chop them up. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I am going to go ahead, oops, sorry, chop these up very, very simple and easily, just like that. And now I'm going to make a delicious chili. I'm going to hand it back to you guys. You can decide, do you get the 12, do you get the 24? I will tell you this, the auto ship and the 24 count is selling faster than anything else. And it's because you guys are smart. You know prices are going to go up. That's just a fact, they just do. And you're locking the price in. And at this point in our world right now, lock in the price, guys. That's all I can say. Just get the price.
You know, it makes good sense to get the best possible beef you can, and here we're giving you the best possible price. I've gone to the grocery store and I see the Kobe style burgers out there, and what you'll notice from them is they're almost a whitish color. They put so much extra fat in them because they're not going to be 100% Kobe, all right, or 100% that Wagyu style beef, and that really is how they're raised, how they're fed, how they're treated, all that stuff. All this comes from Australia. The stuff is amazing. By the way, this is a box right here, and this is how it looks. I love the fact that it doesn't even take up a lot of room in your freezer. So if you get 2 boxes, you can easily put these in the freezer, all right? Or you could take some out if you, I mean, I personally, I like to take mine out. I like to cook mine, when they're thawed, but you don't have to. So if you're in a pinch, you can cook them anytime. But if you know you're having a party and you want to get everything ready, like I like to do ahead of time, you can do that too. But I agree.
Did you say you have parties?
I have parties.
I have never been invited to a Guy Yovan party.
You never been to a Yovan kegger?
Nope, never been to a Yovan kegger, but I'm gonna have time for some free time coming up. And
we are both gonna have some free time coming up.
We'll be partying with our Wagyu burgers. Here's what I want to tell you. We have so many people placing their orders. I know we're having fun, but that's what food does for people. It makes you laugh. It makes you enjoy each other. The summer is what it's all about, grilling and barbecues. If you want to place your order, you want to jump to the front of the line, I'm going to tell them how to cheat. I don't normally do this, but the QR code on the bottom of your screen gets you to the front of the line. But I will say this, make sure that when you put this into your cart, you actually complete the checkout process. If you say, you know what, good, I reserved it, I'm going to go about my day, my Saturday, I'm going out on the boat, the lake, I'm meeting friends, and you come back later, I can't guarantee that it will be there. In fact, we could be sold out of whatever your choice is. Remember, there's the 12 count, the 24 count, the immediate ship, or the future ship in June. And then you can choose single shipment, which means you just get one order, or auto ship, which means you lock in our today's special price, which is going to be the best offer. I always tell people that because I have put things into my cart, got busy, got distracted, came back, and it was gone. So
I know. And remember, I don't know how most of you out there feel, but I think you probably feel the same as I. When I cook for people, I want to give them the best that I possibly can.
Totally.
I don't look for bargains. Like when it comes to food, I'm like, hey, it's buy one, get three. I don't like to do that unless it's generic stuff, like if it's milk and it's 2 for 1, then I'll do that. But when it comes to something like this, where flavor is everything, where the texture, the juice, seeing people smile, having people come up to you and go, hey man, that is the best you-know-what burger I've ever had. That's what makes me happy, and that's why I love cooking for my son, and now he's a little cook. He loves it as well. He cooks for his girlfriend. But you got to start with good stuff. I've asked Curtis this and every one of our chefs, what's the most important thing? And he always says we have to start with the best quality ingredients, and you have to have the best tools. These are the best quality ingredients you will get when it comes to burgers. They eat like a steak, only they're juicier. They're easier to prepare. You saw Curtis, he burnt one almost to death and it was still juicy.
I know, and they smell so good. I'm trying not to dig it. I personally love that they're aged to perfection. 45-day aging process, marbly, buttery, rich, mouth-watering, the waterfall. Chef, I'm ready to take another bite. I try not to eat and talk at the same time. Oh, chili, we love that.
Well, look, ground
Game
beef.
day
This
chili.
is the burgers that we just chopped up, and then, of course, you throw in a little chili sauce, a little bit of broth, This is my all-day pot that we do have available for you. 4 cups of tomatoes, throw in your beans. What? By the way, this has $20 worth of meat in it because I use 4 burgers. It's probably enough to feed at least 10 people once this chili's all cooked down, and I'll show it to you a little bit later. So whether you want to use it for the incredible quality Wagyu ground beef or whether you want to serve them as burgers, do you see how these are 5-ounce burgers? But there's no shrinkage on it, and that's not that there's no shrinkage, very little shrinkage. Of course, there is some fat because of that beautiful intermuscular fat that goes through the Wagyu. I'm loading up 3 of them. I've cooked these ones medium. Let me go ahead. You saw them well done. You saw them medium rare. Here they come at you medium, and let me show them to you. Here's what I love. Every mouthful has that delicious, fantastic juiciness. This is how I'd cook them, you guys. Just leave them pink, a little bit like Guy's shirt, and I tell you what, the flavour. You know I'm going to review for that
He
shirt,
said
Guy.
it pink,
Looks
a
great,
little
by
bit
the
like
way.
Guy's shirt. You're right, Chef.
Dude, look, I honestly, like Valerie and I and Chef could just sit here and not say a word.
Nope.
That's right.
That burger speaks for itself. And notice how balanced, and again, Chef talked about the lack of it shrinking down to a hockey puck. It doesn't do that because there's not a lot of filler. You see, when most ground meat companies make their meat, they start with whatever cuts they want to start with, and they add a lot of other stuff because obviously the other stuff is cheaper. This is pure Wagyu beef, all right? There's nothing added to it. There's no extra, they don't sit there and take a big chunk of fat back and then char that in there to make it stretch. That's why when you cook that burger, it holds its shape and there is very minimal shrinkage on the burger itself, so it actually fits your bun. I said before, Curtis, you go to I got no issue with people that go to a fast food place. Midnight, you've been out all night, you need a quick burger, I get it. But that is not a burger that you're going to get that's going to have a lot of flavor.
Right.
What you're eating is a bun with lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions, and special sauce, and there happens to be a hockey puck in there somewhere.
Look at that.
Look at that burger right there that Chef is showing you. That is juice. And that's only one. You're literally going to be wiping your chin. I heard Tamara said it was that was running down her arm.
That's what happened to me. I had to ask for napkins because I literally took a bite and it started to run down my chin and my fingers. So
juicy.
we're so excited that you guys are here. We have so many people placing their orders. I'm going to let Chef kind of jump in because Guy's going to take a bite. But I just want to let you know over 2,600 have been spoken for. Everybody who's watching can have access to the Today Special. There's no club you have to join. There's no ongoing purchase. You just get the best of the best Australian Kobe-style Wagyu beef.
And by the way, I see Chef making a plate. I'm imagining he's going to do like a steak burger dinner. There it is. So if you don't want to have the bread, Chef, right? This is good enough.
Absolutely.
It eats like a steak, only juicier.
It really does. I mean, have a look at what I've just done. Can you believe that this plate of food only dedicated $5 to the protein, a couple of dollars for the veg? It's a $7 dinner. I mean, the value is insane, and of course, the flavor is even better. Let me cut into it and just show it to you. Every single one that you cut is gonna be as juicy and succulent as the last. And that is why people absolutely fall in love with Wagyu. Wagyu has a flavor that is just unmatched. By the way, you guys, straight off the grill, you wanna get one of these. These will sell out. They sold out the first time I brought it. It's my insulated food storage container. You can put soups in there, you can do stews in there, but I love it straight off the grill. I put my meat in and it stays hot, steamy, and delicious. It's a great way to rest your meat as well and keep the bugs off it. So the second that you're taking it off the grill, stick it in there.
You know what? And it keeps hot things hot and cold things cold. So if you wanted to do like pasta salad or something like that, you could do that as well. Great for a picnic or a cookout. I mean, it's only May. You got 3 more months of all this fun activity, and Curtis's stuff will be the star of the show. All right.
I don't want to leave my burger.
Go over there, Valerie. Tell everybody else we got coming up. Go over there, Valerie.
Come here, Guy.
Okay.
We get to do these things together. That's what the fun of this show is. I can't see the monitor because there's so much glare on it.
I can kind of see it.
Okay, you can do it.
So we have the Curtis Square cast iron grill press. Let me just tell you, if you want to make those smash burgers, if you want to get a good sear on a steak, and you could use it for anything. I actually have used these when I'm doing, I'll take an old potato skin and I'll put some butter on it and I'll actually put it in there and I'll smash the potato skin down onto one of Curtis's pans and it makes the most delicious side dish. We are doing the grill press at $24.95.
Solid. No, just getting, you get free shipping and handling.
Is it really?
Yeah, I know, these are heavy.
I like, you know what I like
good.
about this? I like the size of it because
Yeah.
I had a grill press, but it was rectangular and it didn't fit in a saute pan. See, this is gonna fit perfectly. Plus
And
it was solid. This allows the steam and everything to kind of come through. So you're good to go, and you can really squish that burger or whatever it is down. Very, very good. It's a customer pick on HSN.K.
I like the handle. It's nice and cushiony, and it's obviously, it's like silicone, so it's gonna stay cool, and you get to pick that. I think this is the only color, I believe, that we have, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think, okay.
Yeah.
So with the black, with that red handle. And then the gravity mills, which are really exciting. You know, these are some things that I like to buy and stock up for the gift closet. What are you doing?
Showing you they're made of glass.
Oh, I was like, what are you doing? So
Well,
you're getting a set of 2.
Yep.
Right?
So one can be for your pepper, one can be for your salt.
Yep.
I like to actually buy the chunks of salt. I just think
Better
it's kind of
for you.
I think so too. And it's usually more affordable, but you have 2 grinds. You have a coarse grind and a fine grind, and all you do is use God's gravity and just turn it upside down, and that automatically kicks it on.
So are these battery operated, or are they chargeable?
These are, I believe these are battery operated.
Let me double check.
You have your card?
Let's see. Yep, batteries.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they are.
They
They were
AAA batteries.
They work on AAA's, and by the way,
Good.
I know for a fact because I've got ones very similar to this. I don't think I've ever changed the batteries because you don't use them that much.
No, you don't use them for seconds,
All right.
and then you're done.
You
Okay.
you get 2 of them.
You
for
get 2,
yeah.
and I think we have them in black, red, there might be stone gray and turquoise. Check hsn.com. Everything is on free shipping and handling today, so this is the day you stock up. Guy, do you want to hang out just a little bit longer?
No, you know what I'd like to do?
What?
Finish our hamburgers.
All right, let's go do that. We'll be right back.
Be right back.
Hey there. Let's chat about getting some of the best deals on the things you love. Because when you're an HSN card VIP, the perks are all yours. And who doesn't love extra perks? Like 12 to 18-month VIP financing on select items, plus extra flex on items that you love all day, every day. And HSN card VIPs enjoy extra perks. Oh, if you apply today and if approved, you can get $15 off your order. So, are you ready to jump in? Give them a ring or visit hsn.com.
In honor of National Military Appreciation Month, HSN is supporting the Foundation for Women Warriors, a nonprofit organization dedicated to honoring and empowering the women veterans community. The foundation works to enhance the personal and economic well-being of veterans by providing financial education, professional development, and mentorship. Join us in support of our women veterans. In May, HSN will match customer donations up to $75,000.
The stars are aligning on QVC Plus and HSN Plus for season 2 of my late night talk show, Busy This Week, hosted by me, Busy Phillips.
And me, Casey St. Ange.
Join us May 21st at 10 p.m. Eastern as we get down to earth with some of today's most shining stars.
And shop fab finds that you won't believe.
Your Wednesday nights just got a whole lot brighter with QVC Plus and HSN Plus. Download the free TV app or visit QVCplus.com to start streaming now.
Important person.
Wait, how are you on that screen and now you're right here?
And I changed my clothes really quickly.
And you're always eating, though.
That's true.
And cooking.
I know, it's true. And prepping food as well.
That's right.
So,
I
and
know.
let me
That's
just
the
tell you.
hardest part. It's the part I dread the most.
Did you know that about 20 years ago, one of the first infomercials I ever did was for a product called the Nicer Dicer, and it was on for years. It was a really cool product because you could take things and you put a little thing in and you could chop them.
Okay.
Problem was it wasn't very big and it was long. It was kind of a weird kind of a shape to it. Well, Curtis's version is so much smarter. It actually holds 48 ounces of product. So whether it's cucumbers, whether it's carrots, zucchini, anything you want to chop, fruits, veggies, doesn't matter, because we give you all the inserted blades. So whether you're doing a finer dice or whether you're doing, coring an apple, or whether you are doing wedges, it doesn't matter. You get the pushers to go with it. And you also get the little grater attachments. So if you want to slice, if you want to dice, if you want to do fine grate or large grate, you can do that. Those go right in. But the best part is all you do is you put in one of the blades, take your food or your fruit, let's say I have an apple, and then, here, I'll let you do it. Go 2 times. Put your 2 hands on there and go.
That was too easy, guy.
You know what that noise is?
Chop,
Chop,
chop. Chop, chop.
Actually, you do it like this.
Chop.
That's what you do.
I can do it. I can do
All
it.
right. That is
Done.
it. And then your food comes out through the front. And you even have measuring marks on the actual thing. So if you need a cup of something or 2 cups, you're good
And
to
then
go.
I think it looks like there's a little lid. So if you have all the things you've prepped and you
Store
put
it.
the little lid and store it. Okay, let me show you the colors. Turquoise is gonna be the one that we have that is most limited. I know a lot of you have Chef Curtis Stone's items in turquoise. Then we also have sunflower, which is a bright, happy, cheerful color. That one's
Love
also
that.
very limited. Classic red, and then we have it in black as well. Now here's the cool thing, you guys. FlexPay under $15, and everything today is on free shipping and handling. So I know the hardest thing sometimes when you get into the kitchen, you're like, oh, I don't have that. I know, he's
Look
ready.
at him hanging out with his
Chef's
potato.
ready.
He's ready to go.
He's not even coming in with a soft fruit
I
or
am
veggie.
ready.
He's going with a hard potato.
All right, go
Well,
ahead,
let's start
Chef.
with a big old potato. 2 hands, straight on through,
Wow.
and there are your French fries. So let
Isn't
me
that
show it to
crazy?
you again. I'm going to take a big old potato. You just sit it in there. We've spring-loaded these legs, so it bounces back up for you every single time. You ready? Straight through.
Wow.
Grab another one. Straight through. Go ahead and pull those out. Look how many French fries I just
go with
made.
our
By the way,
burgers.
look at the
Perfect.
length of these fries and look at the precision of those cuts. It's just so perfect. So if you, like me, like homemade French fries, but you don't want all the preservatives, all the extra sodium, all the extra garbage that they put into the ones in the frozen bags, cut your own, you guys. They're so simple to do. You can bake them in the oven or you can pop them into a deep fat fryer. It's not just for making French fries though. The other thing that I need you to understand is I've made this so easy to use. When you want to switch out a blade, you pick it up, you remove it, and you stick the next blade on. It is that simple. All right, let's say you want to do some veggies. Maybe you want to put some celery, maybe you want to put some cucumber. Push it through, you just made celery sticks. You want to do some carrot sticks, same deal. Put it there, push it through, and you just made carrot sticks. So it just couldn't be any easier to use. Absolutely anyone uses this. In fact, my young kids will use it. I've got a 13-year-old and a 10-year-old. They absolutely love it because they get to, I say you get to take out just a little of your frustration from the day.
Yeah.
Look, cucumbers, by the way, you can put 2 at once, no problem, straight through. We just made an entire platter of crudité together.
And your kids will eat that.
Look at the cut. And your kids will eat veggies if you put them in front of them. They really will. I've run out of cucumber, Kenny, because I chopped it all. So I'm going to just show you guys. Oh, look at Kenny go. He's like a ninja back there. Go on, Kenny.
Go, Kenny, go.
Here's the other cool thing. I've put a little lock on the front there. So you can lock that down to take up very little space, right? You can see it. By the way, look at what I've done. I've put all of the attachments that actually fit in the drawer. So it takes no space when you're actually storing it. So now I'm using the grater. So this is the greatest box grater. By the way, we give you the guard. I encourage you to use that guard. So make sure you're keeping your fingers away from that grating blade. But look at what I just did. I just went ahead in no time at all,
Tzatziki.
grated some cucumbers over some yogurt, so I'm making a little tzatziki, right? And by the way, we've given you measurements on the front here. When you're not using this, we give you a little lid so that lid can go on and you can store it. Now, you're going to be taking some of this out and serving that beautiful tzatziki with
Yummy.
with those beautiful crudité that we made just a moment ago. Pop the lid on, and then in the fridge it goes. Very, very simple and easy to use. Now, let's change the blade. Let's get silly. All you do is you change the blade like that. I'm changing it to the Cora. There is a different pusher that you can see in the top there. We go ahead and change that out as well. Very, very easy to use. Sit a whole orange on there, you guys. Look at this. Boom. You just chop, 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 straight on through. That's three oranges. And have a look at how quick and simple.
Man.
Again, perfect. My boys are into sports. My little guy, Emerson, he's always down at the soccer field. And guess what? Guess who cuts the oranges? And all the parents are like, oh, you're so amazing cutting the oranges. I don't tell them it only took me, what was that, 20 seconds?
You know, it's
to do
funny.
before get in the
I
car?
remember.
I say, oh,
I
thanks,
remember
guys. You're
parents
so
doing
welcome.
that.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, I remember parents
Because
doing
I
that
tell
for
you
us
what,
too.
Even
Like
when you're having a
cutting them by
party,
hand.
the lemons, the limes, the citrus fruit that you're going to use to actually create
crazy.
for the bar, and the speed in which you can do it. The best part for me is how precise it cuts it. Now, if I want to change that blade out again, look, I'll keep using the same one. All I do is, I was going to use the black one, but I'll switch this blade out just to show you how easy it is. So now I have the core-in blade, right? Put my top back in. If I wanted to put an apple on there, straight on through, look at what it does. It cuts them into perfect wedges, but it also removes the core for me, right? So very, very simple and easy for me to use. So whether it's a Granny Smith apple, and when you're making an apple pie, I really encourage you to mix up the apples. Use some Granny Smith, because that'll give you a nice acidity. Boom, through it goes. You can do pears, you can do so many beautiful fruits and vegetables. And of course, the benefit of it all is, you guys, when you're cooking with beautiful, fresh ingredients, don't forget, summer is here. The weather has already turned. We're going to be cutting fresh fruits and vegetables all summer long. And we want to get healthy. Well, guess what? Put healthy food in front of you, and making beautiful salads is a great way to do it. By the way, if you want to make a little apple crumble, I would just go ahead, toss that with a little cinnamon sugar like I did, and then I'd put this in, my crumble goes on top, and it goes on into the oven. I'm going back down here, guys, because I want to show this to you as a grater. Because if you just bought it as a grater, you'd be very, very happy that you did. Look how fast and efficient this grates. I'll pull those out of your way. You can see how quickly I build up that incredible arsenal of grated cheese. You don't need to buy pre-grated cheese when it's this simple and easy to do. You can just shred it. Now that was a soft cheese, and you can see how much I went ahead and did, right? So if I'm making nachos, I would cover that. Oh, by the way, we have this bakeware coming up. This is my slide out bakeware. It's a set of 2. Also a hard cheese. I've got my finer grater there, and this is a harder cheese like Parmesan. And again, you can see how quickly I'm able to grate that.
You're going
Thanks,
to town
prepping
there,
fun, you
Chef.
guys.
No, I'm so enamored because I'm the worst. Here's the thing. If you buy grated cheese in the store and it comes in those bags, you know how much preservatives and junk is filled in there?
Fresh.
And even, it's not fresh. Same thing with all of your fruits and all of your vegetables. If you're buying them already pre-packaged, pre-cut, pre-sliced, you're paying for that, and they're sitting in some sort of chemical. You want to go to the farmer's market, you want to get your fresh fruits and vegetables. This is the easiest way to slice and dice. And I love the presentation because obviously, you know, Chef takes a lot of pride in each precise cut. So we have it in the turquoise, we have it in sunflower, which is great. These would make great Dad's Day gifts, graduation gifts, new mom gifts. Red or black is also available. You get all of the different styles to do the chop chop.
Yeah, and as we said earlier, I remember, Curtis will talk about this too. It's about the tools that you get. Not all of us have knife skills, all right? It takes a long time to learn those things, right? To be really, really good with a knife. And even if you were good with a knife, you would never get precision or consistency like you see here. These are all the same.
And Chef mentioned his kids use it too. Like there's no exposed blades when you're just doing this.
Safer.
And you can inter swap all of the different blades, and they're easy to clean as well. You can even pop them in the dishwasher. I love that you have the measuring. I love that it gets a lid. I mean, it's so handy. It's like having it's like having a, like a
sous chef?
A sous chef, but I was gonna try to connect that to Curtis. Like we could all have
a Curtis sous chef?
Right. But what's the word? It's not what is it? Not AI. Not a doppelganger. What's the other thing?
I'm too busy. I'm moving. Get it while you can. Pick out a color. It's on sale and it's free shipping. What?
Replicate. What's the
copy?
What is it? Clone.
Clone? You were going clone?
I was going for clone. Like we all
you went
want
all
to clone
Star Wars
Chef.
on me. All right.
I don't know.
We are going to continue on with Chef Curtis Stone, and we're going to talk about, again, as I told you before, it's really about you get a chef's perspective on what people really need at home, because this guy runs restaurants, several of them, right? A vineyard. He's got all these different things that are going on. What he needs is stuff he can rely on. And let me tell you this, you cannot say enough about a good set of bowls. And this is an 8-piece mixing bowl set. It is a huge customer pick on hsn.com. I encourage you to read the reviews. It's gonna allow you to do your prep, your travel, your store, your serve. Everything about it is perfect. You're getting a small bowl with a lid, a medium, a large, and an extra large. They all come with lids. They are stackable. They are storable. They are durable, all right? And unlike glass or clay pots or things like that, these are better for travel.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
And yeah, they're not going to break. Okay, so we have it in red, we have it in turquoise, and then sunflower is going to be your most limited. You're getting all 8 pieces. So it's 4 bowls, 4
It's a
lids.
steal for 25 bucks.
And free shipping and handling. I cannot stress the free shipping and handling because Chef knows this. All these things, you go, well, I need that, and I want that, and I have to have that. Oh, I have to upgrade. The shipping and handling can add up. So I love that today everything's on free ship.
These are just over $5 a bowl and lid, right? So $2.50 a piece. It's an 8-piece set. This turns into this, because I don't know about you, but for me, bowls need to nest. We've engineered this the right way. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I pop the lid off there, and the next one is in, right? I pop the lid off that next one, and the next one is in. And the same with the next one, and the same with it, you get the point, right? So all 4 nest perfectly with lids on, so the storage is minimal when you're not using them. By the way, that's going to be hardly ever. Have a look at what I've got here. You can see in that close-up shot all of those beautiful grains. So you can use these to store dry food, and of course you'll use them in the fridge. I love that look-through window that you can actually see what's going on. But don't think they're just for storage, because I tell you what, you'll be using them for absolutely everything. In fact, I'm going to make a little cake. So I'm going to throw into my cocoa some eggs, a little bit of oil. I've got my immersion blender, which does have a double beater attachment. So if you're looking for an incredible mixer, beater, it also has a little food processor that clips onto the bottom. So you can beat these up. You can use these with your appliances, no problem at all. And I'm showing you, let's have a look at the close-up in there. You can see how great that looks and how quickly that came together. Oh, don't worry about it. We don't have to show the close-up if you don't feel like it. That's fine too. But you can see how quick and simple that is to use. I'm going to go ahead and pop my immersion blender off, which happens just like that. And then I would then pour this directly into my muffin tin, which is another product that we have available for you. By the way, when it comes to garnish, guess what I've done? I whipped some cream in here. I have some raspberries, which I keep in the fridge at all times, and this is how I would garnish. I would just do the smallest little dollop. You know that my dollops are never small, Valerie. I like it. And then a few of those beautiful raspberries on top.
Look at that.
Absolutely gorgeous. Have a look at those.
Oh, perfect. I love the fact that they're lightweight, they're portable, and again, you know, it's great for this time of year because we're almost at summertime.
Yep.
And you're going to be traveling. You're going to be asked to bring potato salad, bring this, bring that, and you can take these bowls wherever you go, and they're not going to shatter, they're not going to break on you. And I also like, Curtis, that they have see-through lids so you can see what's inside.
That's a good point. Yeah, absolutely. $8.65 gets it home. Choose a color.
Free
Maybe
shipping.
get a couple different sets. They make great gifts, great housewarming gifts. If you're like PTA mom, sports dad, also great gifts because if you are, you know, making something for somebody or bringing a snack, you can let them keep it. Because as Curtis mentioned, there's like under $5 for each bowl with the lid, which is incredible. So sunflower, turquoise, or red, those are your options, and free shipping and handling. So we all love. I like the little snacks section over here.
And I love that they're all different sizes, right? You have a little bit of leftovers, a little bit more. You've got other stuff. You've got 4 graduated different sizes that stack together. All right, Curtis, we're going to move on. I think we're almost at the end of our show. And we're going to talk about, you know, what I love about working with Curtis is that, like I said before, he's a dad, you know, he's got family, he's run restaurants, so he understands when there's a need for something. And anybody out there that's ever used a sheet pan or used it for cookies or used it for veggies or whatever knows, you know, first of all, it really depends on whose pan you buy because this is the DuraPan nonstick, which is ridiculous. But the nice thing is we call these slide-out pans. So when your veggies are roasted or when your cookies are done or whatever it is you're doing there, it could be anything. It could be pancakes that you put in the oven to warm up. You can take them out and they literally slide right off the pan with a combination of things, the DuraPan nonstick, but also one part of it, Curtis, has like a graduated edge that allows stuff to just float right off.
Sure does. Now, you're not getting one of these, Guy, you're getting two, so the value is nuts. These are literally less than a $20 bill
Crazy.
each, right? And that's including shipped to your door. All right, this just came out of the oven. It's a beautiful little pastry. And by the way, have a look at what I'm going to do. I lift that up, and you mentioned that slide out. There it is. So what we've done, Guy, is we've made this front lip nice, just a very slight gradient. So it literally will just slide your food out. So whether it's a piece of pizza, whether it's a pie, whether it's a tart, it will just slide right on out. I'm going to come on over here and show you my frittata, because this is one of the favorite things that we make here at HSN. So straight out of the oven, here comes that beautiful frittata. Now, check this out. I grab that and have a look at this. See how it literally just slides out? And this kind of came from a customer, one of our wonderful customers that wrote a review, and they said, I love watching you slide things out of the pan. Why don't you make it even easier for us and give us a little shoot? And I was like, what a fantastic idea. We've given you the handles. That came from another customer request. So we do really read every single review that you do, that you write for us. I mean, look at this, even for cookies, you guys. Straight out of the oven. You ready?
That's my favorite part. That's my favorite part. They literally, it's like the slide at the pool. You just slide right out,
Perfect.
right? You just
Perfect.
slide right out. I like that. And the handles are really nice and generous as well. And you are getting 2 today in either that classic red or Curtis's dark stone gray. $13.32 gets it home, from baking cookies to baking some lasagna. Is that a lasagna?
Yeah, it just looks, oh my Lord.
Slides on
That's
out of
a
the pan.
feast right
I mean,
there.
Look at that.
These are
Isn't
good
that something
size.
else? It's a perfect size, and of course the cleanup, because
There
it's
you go.
DuraPan, is so simple. Look at that, that's after a lasagna, you guys. Let me just get the front there. And of course that little lip, it's still raised to the same height. So don't think it's gonna be leaking out. Of course not, we wouldn't do that to you. But we've just angled it so everything will just slide on out. First of its kind.
Well,
I've never seen it before.
So smart. Such a
No, and you
unique
know what,
design.
Curtis, and you know this better than anybody, is that the amount of temperature a pan can handle is based on how the pan is actually made. And both with your DuraPan and with the construction of this pan, this is oven safe to 450 degrees. And that's a big deal. If you see a pan that says 350, I'll guarantee it's cheap, right?
That's right, that's right. Absolutely. And I mean, look, the cleanup
cleanup.
is so simple and easy, because all you're
Wipes it
doing
out.
is wiping it. You can stick it in the dishwasher. What you're going to love about this guy is you'll use this for everything. I'm talking when you're reheating a slice of pizza, guess which pan you're reaching for? When you're roasting potatoes, guess which pan you're reaching for? When you're making brownies that you want to just slide out, there's so many great things, and you're getting 2 of them delivered to your door for less than $20 a piece. It's a crazy
I think
value.
it's such an innovative design, and that's unique. So if you have that hostess with the mostest, or somebody that's always baking for you or cooking for you or helping you out, like, get them this, because they definitely won't have it. And you can see it's got that beautiful angle. So it's got more of that lip on one side, and then this is what I'm calling the slide, right? That's why they the slide out pans. And I like the generous size of the handles. Plus, it's everything we love about DuraPan. Plus, you have it in the red, and you're getting 2 for $13.32, or that gorgeous dark stone gray. There's even, you can even see there's like a speckledness to it, which I do love. So
It's, whenever I touch this, it is literally the slipperiest surface of any pan I've ever touched. Like, even when you just put your hand on it, and there's no spray on this, you don't have to add any extra fat or oil. So if you are roasting vegetables and you don't want to add a lot of butter, I know Curtis likes to add a little bit of flavoring at the end. You know, if you want to put...
He's got that mister.
Yeah, really good olive oil. You could do that as well, but you don't have to. If you like to make your kids French fries, or you like to make your kids onion rings, this is ideal, because you know how you get them on there and then you got to kind of scrape them off. Well, you have that nonstick, and then you can slide them right into a bowl.
The kids are going to love it.
They're going to love that stuff.
And you're going to want the trivets.
Yeah.
I know that we're going to show the rollout trivets. I know you've got those, Chef.
That's my dish rack right there.
No, that's my dish rack and my trivet and my everything, all heat protecting. I love those so much.
Well, check this out. This is my roll-up trivet. You just roll it out over your kitchen counter. Now, this one's really special because it's actually an extendable one. So you can make it twice the size like that, right? So you can take hot things out and drop them right here. If you're using something smaller, you just push it back together. So when I reach for my roast chicken that just came out of the oven, of course, I'm dropping it right onto a trivet. That's protecting your kitchen counters, protecting your dining room table. Now, one more thing before I slide my chicken out, I want to make sure it's cooked right. So I'm going to reach down here into my pocket. I've got my kinetic thermometer. You need one of these, you guys. All summer long, you're going to be grilling. Who wants to overcook a steak this summer? Who wants to overcook their burgers or a roast chicken? No thanks. What you're going to do is pop that probe into there. Now, this doesn't require a battery. It works off kinetic energy. Oh, this is only at 128 degrees. So we need to go, and I'll tell you this, you're going to roll that over. Have a look at the temperature. You need to cook poultry to 160, so we know that chicken's not done. So you know what we do? Even though it looks cooked, we're going to take it and pop it back in the oven. I tell you what, you'll be very, very happy you get to make that choice rather than cutting into a chicken that is undercooked. All right, let's have a look at what else we've got. Bacon. I've got nachos. Again, straight down onto that trivet. Have a look at those gorgeous nachos. Now, normally, you fight with nachos to get them out of the pan, right? Well, you used to before you had the slide-out pan.
Look at that.
Have a look at that. Slide on out.
Get that cheese, Curtis. Yes.
Oh, I'm not missing out on anything. Don't you worry. Again, even the cheese just slides on off the pan. And, of course, the cleanup is this simple. After doing nachos, you guys, it literally just wipes clean just like that.
I'm glad you're doing a 2-pack because, in my opinion, you can't have enough good sheet pans.
Yeah.
I mean, I use them for everything, right? Whenever you're cooking for more than 1 or 2 people, they're fantastic. And I love, did you see, you could tell those nachos were cooked in those pans. They were melted all over the place, and that's the easy cleanup. So remember, we do have 2 choices of colors. You can get them in that traditional red, or we also have the dark gray. I kind of like that dark gray. That's going to sell out first, the dark gray. So again, whether it's side dishes, whether it's sheet pan meals, you know, the nice thing about Curtis's nonstick, the Durpan nonstick too, is the fact that, again, like I said earlier, you don't have to add a lot of butter or oil. You don't have to add any.
No.
I mean, that nonstick is 10 times stronger than your regular nonstick, so you never have to worry about it. And you can see these cookies, obviously, are just sliding around. A quick tip, obviously, when you do bake stuff like cookies, let them cool a little bit before you slide them out, because then you don't want them to finish up, and then they will just slide out of the pan. Veggies, ideal to do on sheet pans, right, like that. And sometimes you have more than 1 sheet tray full of stuff. That's why we give you 2. And as we said, it's literally 20 bucks a piece, less than that, $39.95. What is our credit card offer today? I bet it's 15 bucks.
Oh, I think it is.
So you want to get a little more off there, you can save $15 on anything today, including
Good call, guys. Good call.
anything from Curtis. So that makes it an even better deal. But I just think it's brilliant. You know, these, like I said, over the years, I probably bought 100 different sheet pans because they never last. The nice thing about these is they're going to last.
I need to ask what Chef is doing right. Are those the Today Special Wagyu burgers? Because he did it on a
portobello mushroom.
Portobello mushrooms are the bun. So this is another way that you can get those carbs out of your diet.
Dude,
you can
perfect.
Use mushrooms and have, this is a double stack, of course, so I went absolutely crazy. But I just wanted you to see that this Wagyu is so good. I know I'm still so busy on
I got to try that. You should try that.
A look at that.
We got to try that. That's a great idea with the portobello.
Yeah,
I never even thought of that because they're so big. They're like a bun.
And at any specialty spot where you're like, you know, expecting to have to hold the carbs, when they put that on the menu, it's an extra charge, you know, for Wagyu plus portobello. Oh my goodness, Chef, that's going to be 35 bucks.
When you're only paying $4 and change.
That's crazy.
For the burger, you can afford to buy the portobellos, and that's pretty cool.
And these pans.
One last thing. I tell you what, there's so many beautiful things that you'll be using this slide-out pan for. I've actually made some delicious enchiladas. Now, you know how sticky these normally are, right? I mean, have a look at how these are just going to slide on out.
Look at the cleanup. There's like nothing left.
Isn't that so crazy? Wow. The cleanup is so simple. There it is. Beautiful sheet pans. You guys enjoy them. At this price, less than $20 a piece. I tell you what, that is a crazy offer, and free shipping and handling. Unbelievable.
I bought one of your cast sheet pans about a year ago. I use that thing probably every single day.
Well,
and why? It's not just the pan that I love, it's that nonstick. That nonstick is amazing. It lasts.
I think why you have so many 5-star reviews is because it does. It lasts.
Yeah.
It's as good as the day you first get it, and then the time after time after time after year after use. So you have it in red, you have it in the dark gray. You're getting to brand new, innovative, unique design with that slide out feature. $13.32 gets it home. And I love that you mentioned, you know, it being, you know, obviously oven safe to the 450.
It's gotta be.
Because again, whether you're roasting, whether you're doing that chicken, or whether you're doing your cookies, or you're baking a sheet meal, you know, you want that availability. But the cleanup really with the Durpan is where it's at.
Well, most nonstick pans will say 350, and if you look at any cookie recipe, it's 375. Right. So right out of the gate. And other things are 4 1/4, 450. And I always say, like when I look, I always know it's cheap if it says $325 or $350, even on cookware. I'm like, well, that can't go in the oven. Every chef that works finishes their dishes in the oven because they only have so much stovetop space. Get it home, you will love it. Again, as Valerie said, we have it in that kind of a charcoal, I guess it's called dark gray. And then we also have it in this great red.
Chef, you are a busy bee today. You've got shows all day. You're coming back again when, at 1?
Look, he's got all
I'm
his...
back at 1. I've got one last thing to show my dads. Look at the apron I'm wearing and have a look at how I've got all my tools stored in the front of the apron. This is how it comes, right? So this is how you'll receive it. Of course, you'll pop it open. So it's actually a holder for your utensils that doubles as the apron that I'm wearing.
Okay, you snuck that one in, Chef. You snuck that little secret surprise.
Hey, Chef.
That's awesome.
Chef, I could get a piece of chalk and I can make that C into a G.
Oh, yes, you can do it. I'll make you a special one just for you.
You're the best.
Chef, it was so good to see you.
Thank you, my
Have a wonderful
friend.
day. Thank you so much for a yummy Today special and all the great things in the kitchen. Our job is done here, Guy, and I'm actually going to be taking a little vacation.